What's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today, I thought I would talk a little bit about how I approach water, kind of my thought process and what goes into the decisions I make on the water. Everyone's been kind of asking over the past few weeks kind of what my process is, how I choose flies, you know, why I'm choosing one rod over the other, things like that. And so I thought I would just fish one stretch of water today and kind of just walk you guys through everything that I'm thinking. Like I said, like why I'm picking flies, which rod I'm choosing, things like that. So got a fun stretch of water up here. I'm gonna jump down there, keep hiking down the trail, and kind of take you guys through it, all of it. Let's do it. Okay, so we've made it down to the water where we're gonna fish. I'm gonna start out nymphing. I haven't seen really any activity on the surface, so we're gonna start out with some nymphs. I've got my 10-foot 9-inch contact 2 Euro rod with a level Euro line on there, and I'm going to probably start out in the softer water on the edge down here. I'm probably gonna start out with 2 real small nymphs floating the cider, so I'm gonna wax up that cider. I'm gonna fish the edge where it's real slow, almost stagnant, and float that with some real light nymphs, just to see if there's any fish along the edge, right? And then take it from there. The other rod I've got rigged up is a 10-foot 6-inch Sage 3-weight, and that one just has straight cider material, and I've got that rigged up with a heavier nymph so that once I go through with these light nymphs floating the cider, I can switch to a deeper, heavier nymph without having to like change my whole rig up. So I'll grab that rig and I'll go back through that same water. But let's see, we might not even have to do that. If they're kind of higher in the column, eating smaller nymphs or willing to come up for them, we might be able to get a few fish before we switch to that deeper rig. So let's jump down in the water and see how this works out. I've greased up my leader with some paillette paste here so that it'll float. I have on 2 real small nymphs. I've got a 2mm beaded hare's ear, and then I've got a 2.5mm beaded like Baetis type nymph. I'm just gonna focus on this edge right here, and I'm not gonna focus on any of this water yet. I don't want to spook any fish that might be on this edge. You can see that on this edge we are getting deep enough. Okay, the wind's picking up a little bit, and it doesn't seem like there's any fish high in the column right now. So I'm gonna switch back to the single nymph rig with a little bit heavier bead. I'm gonna go up to a 3mm bead. Okay, so I just have a single hare's ear. I don't know if you guys can see that, the hot tag. Well, it's single waltz hot tag, sexy waltz. Single sexy waltz with a hot tag on 7X. I'm getting down a little bit too fast in that water, I think, so I'm gonna switch to a single fly and see if I can avoid that spot where I keep getting hung up. There's a fish. Sheesh, he was down there. Try to keep him up above me. Oh, whew. Jumping like crazy. Come on, fish. Let's turn him head up. Here, turn him. Okay, nice. Finally got one here. They will eat. You just got to get down to them. So that's cool. And that's the fly 8 right there. I think I need to step out a little bit I was gonna fish this edge here and just make sure there's no fish that want to eat right here on the inside edge before I move out and step into the water where there could be fish. Just really want to make sure. I don't know, I feel like I should be able to find some fish here, more than what I have. But I think I'm gonna bail on this spot and find a new one. Okay, new water. Just kind of switched up the kind of water I was looking for. Potentially help a bit. Going with that same rig of 2 small nymphs on my contact 2. It's a pheasant tail and a small like perdigon type fly. There's a fish. Ooh, that's a good fish. See if we can keep it up above us here. Ah, it's so big. I don't know how big it is, but it feels big. It is just going all over the place. Nope, nope, stay up here. Stay here, stay here. No, I don't want you below me. Ah. Wow, nice. Good fish. Show this fish to you guys. Super cool, really strong. There he goes. Nice. So that fish ate a blue tag pheasant tail. I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay. I removed my dropper tag. There's a fish, because it wasn't getting a whole lot of play. Come on, buddy. And I just thought it was doing more harm than good. They seem to be all over the hotspot pheasants, so went to just a single fly there. Nice. Little pheasant tail there. Cool little fish. Let him go. See if we can find another one up in here. Okay, cool. So we've kind of figured out what they're eating. Pheasant tails doesn't really surprise me. Real small. We're just basically changing the size of the bead for the depth of the water, and we're getting fish to eat. So I'm gonna continue working up this water, see if we can find some more. I think we've caught 5 now. That's pretty good. Fishing for what, an hour and a half or so. It's not lights out, but for February fishing, I feel pretty good about it. So let's jump back in the water and see if we can find a few more further up this run here. Here, and I have a 3.5 millimeter inverted tungsten bead pheasant tail, and I'm gonna see if I can get one a little bit further out. It's maybe a little deeper that my other fly wasn't getting to. So basically the same pattern, just heavier, just to see if I can get some fish that are a little further out, maybe a little deeper, that weren't gonna come up for my other fly. Further out off this edge that will eat. There's a fish. Instantly letting the fish get downstream of me. Such a rookie move. Okay, let's see if we can steer him back. Turn him back this way. Okay, got him. Nice. Fish, see that pheasant tail? Corner of the mouth there. And we will let that fish go back. Cool. So there are some fish further out there, a little deeper, possibly, that will play. Just gotta find them. Move up just a little bit here. Get a little bit better drift into this slow water. Be a little bit deeper to start with. There's a fish. Oh, good fish. I might be screwed with this one unless he'll come back over here. He tried to go out into that main current right away. Steer him back over into this slow water here. I think he's done. Yeah, nice. Cool fish too. Take that. See it in the corner of his mouth there. Pretty cool fish. Nice, cool, healthy rainbow. Woo! He gone. Okay, you guys, that's the 2 hours done. Hopefully you learned something about my process, why I'm using different rods, what rods I'm using, what flies I'm choosing, why I'm switching, when I'm switching, things like that. I was trying to do my best there to kind of show you my process. It takes a little bit more work to pull that off as far as filming goes, so I hope that came through okay. If you guys got any questions for me, leave them down below. I'm gonna do a Q&A video in the next couple weeks, and I'd love to answer as many questions as I possibly can for you if I can help. The flies that we're working today were mostly pheasant tails. I caught one fish on a Waltz worm that wouldn't eat a mop. They were being kind of picky and stingy today. Missed a few, but overall pretty good couple hours, I would say. And till next week, you guys, catch fish.